Hey everybody, off and running on this Saturday edition of Thoroughbred Action here from Gulfstream Park. Jason Blewett joining you beneath the bright lights of our clubhouse studios on the third floor. Glad you're with us. We've got an action-packed 11-race program, and just looking outside with the beautiful scenic here in Hallandale Beach at the old GP by the Sea. First time in quite a while we've had a card with no off-the-turf races, fast and firm conditions, and sunny skies for as far as the eye could see. We'll get tied on for the first of 11, the opening race on the turf. We've got some 3 and up $50,000 to $40,000 maiden claimers standing by. They bet a few, including the 6 Scano, who's favored for Tom Albatrani, dipping in for maiden 50. And let's see what shakes out. The first of 11 on this Saturday. Here's Pete Aiello with the call.
Racing at Gulfstream. From the center, Scano begins nicely. Up on the outside, Hushed Hijinks is on the go. Splitting rivals and moving to take them on is Nathan Secret. Nathan Secret will now have the lead. Hushed Hijinks is second, and he's tugging a bit while racing in the 2-lane. Back to third and inside goes Scano. Battalion is situated fourth, just about 2.5 lengths behind, with Time for Trouble next toward the rail. 3 wide and tugging is Reservist, next at the rail in My Boy Blue, and the early trailer is Caramojo. And the run around the first turn, the pace is controlled. They went 25 seconds for the opening quarter, and Nathan's Secret at 25-1 leads 3 parts of a length. Hushed Hijinks on the outside is now second. Battalion's 3 wide and now third. Barrios has the first race favorite, Scano, fourth at the inside, followed between horses by Time for Trouble and Reservist 3 wide. The gray My Boy Blue is sequestered down toward the inside, and the trailer is Caramojo. Half mile and 49 3. Smooth sailing for the top flight runners with less than half a mile to the finish. Nathan's Secret is the leader. Hushed Hijinks in between horses is now second. Battalion going to make Paco move on the second horse. He's now 3 wide third. Meanwhile, Scano awaits his turn toward the inside. My Boy Blue tries to run on from the back. Caramojo is underway from last with less than a quarter of a mile to go. Hushed Hijinks comes away with the lead. Battalion is next. Scano put into the clear to charge now, and he's doing just that with 1/8 of a mile left to run. Battalion got first run, and he has the lead. Scano trying to pick him up on the wire. Here comes Scano at Battalion. Scano is surging. Scano on Battalion. Photo finish. Heads bobbing up and down, Battalion digging for every yard. Scano tried to get by. It's picture time at 1:37-1. And they're off. Slow to go, shooting, and Salt Life for me. Quick to go was Big Daddy Dave, and he's headed off for an early advantage for Omaha City, who's away in second. Trick Shot gets away in good shape. He's now third. 2 back to Gruntled, racing outside of Boomer, then Full Meanie. Back on the outside to Salt Life for me, ahead of My Liberty, and Shooting is last. Around the far turn they go. Big Daddy Dave has the length advantage over Omaha City second. Trick Shot is third while 3 wide. It's a gap of 4 to Boomer. Then comes Gruntled. The race favorite Full Meanie ridden hard down at the inside. Better than 7 or 8 lengths behind with less than a quarter of a mile to go. In a bid to make all, it's the son of Kozan, Big Daddy Dave, who turns for home on top. Cutting the corner and running on pretty well is Full Meanie down the center and Boomer. There's 1/8 of a mile to go. Big Daddy Dave, he leads by 3. Boomer's up on the outside now into second. Full Meanie is now third. Omaha City trying to hang on for a slice, but it's a gate-to-wire victory for the Big Daddy, Big Daddy Dave. He won by 2.5. Boomer was second. Full Meanie was third. Charging hard, My Liberty got up fourth ahead of Omaha City.
simply super. He polishes off an outstanding campaign with a dominant victory in the Malibu.
No medication, no problem. Run happy, standing at Claiborne Farm.
And they're up. Last in, first out, it's Derlin looking to get over, and she's in front early on from Nothing's Free and Tropicality, who's sent through down inside. Race favorite Nowitna Rivers on a loose rein from Jaramillo to try to gain some forward position. Grace's Drama's held up at the back of the field. Just ahead of her are Kind-Hearted Coda and My Francesca. Out of the chute and onto the main course, Derlin leads by a length and a quarter. Nothing's Free is there second, two back to Nowitna River, who's now third. At the rail and fourth is Tropicality, followed fifth by My Francesca. Kind-Hearted Coda is sixth, and two back to Grace's Drama. The opening quarter was quick. It was 23 and 2. There's 5 furlongs left to run. Nothing's Free has had enough of Derlin and opens an aggressive lead to the half-mile point. Nothing's Free makes a break for it right now. She's open 5 lengths. Nowitna Rivers chirped along to try to stay close enough second. Tropicality ridden quietly at the rail third. Back to fourth and Kind-Hearted Coda. Derlin calls in an afternoon early. And still at the back, My Francesca and Grace's Drama. The opening half mile just flat out wicked, 45 and 4, a big time second quarter. Fuentes sent Nothing's Free on with it, and now her lead is only 2.5. Tropicality and Nowitna River, second and third in closing ground. On from fourth and Kind-Hearted Coda with a quarter of a mile left to go. 3 quarters, 1:10 and 3. Nothing's Free is still the target. Nothing's Free with a big time second half, and she has the lead by 3 with just an eighth of a mile to go. Grace's Drama comes alive from the rail to try to claim a minor spoil. Nowitna River's on the outside. Nothing's Free, very tired. Certainly understandable. Here's Nowitna River and Grace's Drama. Grace's Drama, Nowitna River. Nowitna River wins. Grace's Drama's up for second. Nothing's Free did too much too soon. She was third. Tropicality fourth, and then Kind-Hearted Coda. And they're up. From the center, Winnipeg Wonder wins the break with American Goddess moving up on the outside. Race favorite North Broadway hunting racing room toward the inside. On the far outside, it's Tis Affair into the top flight as they charge into the first turn. Back from there goes My Lips Are Sealed with Starship Malamar nearest the inside. Then it's a length back to the team of Fall Moon racing outside of Lovely Lucky. Racing third last, while about 8 lengths behind is Moonlit Fantasy ahead of Under the Oaks, and the trailer is You're the Best. Into the backstretch they race with Winnipeg Wonder putting up the numbers at a half a length better than an outside running Tis Affair second. A good trip down at the inside for American Goddess. She's now third. North Broadway as the race favorite is in the green colors. Fourth about 3 lengths behind. Then it's a length back to My Lips Are Sealed outside of Starship Malamar. They're better than 6 lengths off the pace setters. Working a length better than the team of Lovely Lucky and Fall Moon. Down at the inside and trying to improve a spot and doing just that, Moonlit Fantasy. A gap of another 3. Second last is Under the Oaks, and the trailer is You're the Best. Half a mile from home through a 47 and 2/2 mile. Into the far turn with Winnipeg Wonder still the leader. Tis Affair on the outside second. North Broadway patiently handled it up into third. American Goddess gets the hurry up to keep pace. Starship Malamar is now fifth and about 4 lengths off the lead. 2 better than an improving run from Moonlit Fantasy with a quarter of a mile left to go. North Broadway and American Goddess, they inhale Winnipeg Wonder off the turn, but North Broadway rising to the occasion and now up for the lead. American Goddess is back to second. Starship Malamar on the outside in a late run from the Lovely Lucky. Coming home for the wire. North Broadway is clear. Well handled throughout North Broadway, and Nick Juarez to win by 4 in the end. It's a good battle for second that I think goes to American Goddess. It's even closer for third between Starship Malamar and Lovely Lucky. And they're off. Far outside, Royally Cool wins the break, but Suze is going to challenge for the early lead, and these two hook up and open 2.5 on Salsarita, who's an early third. From the inside, that's Passing Moments, followed by Blue Ice and Gilda F, and Tuesday's Rose is the early trailer, and the pace is on up front. Suze on the inside, Royally Cool on the outside. They're flying along with half a mile to the finish, and they've opened 5 on a third running Salsarita. On from fourth, that's Gilda F. It's 2 back to fifth running Blue Ice, then Tuesday's Rose, and Passing Moments. Something's got to give here. They went 22-1 for the opening quarter. Suze on the inside, Royally Cool on the outside. Their heads apart. They're 5 better than Gilda F, who runs home outside of Salsarita. 2.5 more to Blue Ice. Then it's Tuesday's Rose and Passing Moments with a quarter of a mile left to go. These top two have been inhaled now as Suze tries to fight off Gilda F, who's let go for a run to take the lead under Trejos, and Gilda F is an eighth of a mile from home and 3 on top. Blue Ice is now striding forward into second. The battle's going to be for a minor spot. Gilda F is still in front. Blue Ice trying to gain ground late in the game, but Gilda F is clear. Gilda F and Joe Trejos to win by 2.5. Second, Blue Ice. Third, Tuesday's Rose. Close for fourth, but it's Salsarita over Suze. And they're off. Fiamma Mama broke to the outside, and Trejos wasn't ready for it. He was unseated. He's all right, and Fiamma Mama's going to run toward the lead here with Samoa up on the outside. Union Lane is inconvenienced at the moment, trying to get off the heels of this loose horse. Back to fourth goes Mia's Bobtail. Then it's For Kicks, 5 ahead of I'm That Bird, and the trailer is Coffee Futures. They complete the opening quarter. Samoa has the lead as they navigate this loose horse through the opening quarter mile. Union Lane now driving through toward the rail under Vasquez. Romantic Gizmo situated in third. These top 3 have gone 4 ahead of Mia's Bobtail, who's clearly fourth. Then it's a gap of another 3 to For Kicks, who's 5 ahead of I'm That Bird, and Coffee Futures at the back. Union Lane sent off at 5-2, leads by a length and a quarter. Samoa's now back to second, given more rain to try to get back on terms, but she's now dropping back. So up into second goes Romantic Gizmo, on from fourth and Mia's Bobtail. Anybody running home from the back? No, not really, as they run past the 5/16. Union Lane tries to blow this wide open. She leads by 2. Romantic Gizmo is in range while second. These top 2 have moved well ahead of a third running Mia's Bobtail, who passes Samoa. For Kicks at a 1 pace, nothing at all from Coffee Futures or I'm That Bird as they reach the head of the lane. Union Lane, less than a quarter of a mile to go, and on top by 2.5. Romantic Gizmo still trying for Juarez. These two well clear of the others. There's a 16th to go. Union Lane is still in front. Romantic Gizmo's taking a late surge at her. Union Lane, Romantic Gizmo. Union Lane is hanging on. Romantic Gizmo was second. Mia's Bobtail was third. Close for fourth. We'll give it to I'm That Bird over Coffee Futures. And they're off. Good start for Say Adios, who's headed off for an early advantage. Blessed Beast has speed. Splitting horses. Trans-Mississippi won't be far away. Here's Poseidon's Princess now moving to take over the lead. Poseidon's Princess strides forward from out of the pack to lead a length and a quarter over Say Adios and Gioeli. They're second and third. Blessed Beast is between horses and back to fourth. On the outside in Toonie Looney. Then it's Miss Maris and Trans-Mississippi at the back. Half a mile from home, 22-2 for the opening quarter. Poseidon's Princess has the lead by a length. Say Adios is second. Gioeli third at the inside, needs a way through. Blessed Beast is ridden along fourth. Then Toonie Looney and Miss Maris and Trans-Mississippi at the back. 5/16 from home, Say Adios bids up on the outside of Poseidon's Princess. Gioeli put into the clear, but not really responding. Blessed Beast is charging up on the outside through a 45 4/2 mile. Off the turn and the stretch drive, it's Say Adios who has the lead by a length and a half. Blessed Beast let go for a run down the center. Back to third and Gioeli. 16th to go. Here comes Blessed Beast trying to track down Say Adios. Say Adios almost home. Blessed Beast taking a surge. Blessed Beast has got her. It's Blessed Beast in time. Second, Say Adios. Third, Gioeli. And fourth was Trans-Mississippi. And they're up. Venezuelan Hug, the big favorite, was away in good shape, but he'll back off for now and allow Bad Beat Brian to go after an early advantage. Strong endings at his inside, and on the far outside, it's Give Me 20. Venezuelan Hug making decisions on where he exactly wants to land. He has options. His Blood Moon's in the two path. Dominate the Moment is 3 wide, and St. Benevolence is 4 wide. Let's Play Hardball is from between horses. Out wide on the course goes City Park, and the early trailer is Viking Plunder. Bad Beat Brian, just like the last time, but with a lot more foes behind him today. He has an easy lead of a length and a quarter over an outside running St. Benevolence, who's now smooth lost second. As moving into second is Gimme 20. St. Benevolence is now third. Strong Ending is there fourth. City Park wide on the outside. Dominate the Moment is next. Blood Moon is toward the rail. Then it's back to Let's Play Hardball. The big favorite, Venezuelan Hug, reserved in the early stages. He's second last, and long shot maiden Viking Plunder is last of all as they head to the half-mile grounds. 48 4 for the opening half mile. Bad Beat Brian strolls to the far turn with the advantage of a half a length. Give Me 20 turning up the heat second. St. Benevolence is on the outside of Strong Ending third and fourth. Irad starts to make some decisions on Venezuelan Hug, moving to the 3 wide side to try to follow Let's Play Hardball. Dropping back in Blood Moon, and at the back is City Park as they run for home. 3/4, 112 1. Into the clear comes Venezuelan Hug. He's the gray on the far outside, trying to get the embattled duo of Gimme 20 and Bad Beat Brian. Big Bad Beat Brian on the inside is now overhauled by Gimme 20, and he's on to take over. Down the center, and Venezuelan Hug is on late. He's trying to get Gimme 20. Gimme 20 almost home. Venezuelan Hug gaining. This is going to get close. Here's the line. Venezuelan Hug and Gimme 20. I can't call it on that course. It's Gimme 20 inside, outside in Venezuelan Hug, and 141 flat. And they're off. Good start out wide for Small Fortune. Toward the inside, Yodelehihu, Win With Pride, and Cajun Firecracker. They're all across early as they make their way through the opening eighth of a mile. Nobody giving yet, with inside position and the lead going to Yodelehihu. Win With Pride in the two-path second. Cajun Firecracker saves his 3 wide position and is a joint third alongside Small Fortune. 3/4 of a length from first to last as the tactical matchup continues through the opening quarter of 22 3. Into the far turn they go. Yodelehihu taking pressure from Win With Pride. 3 wide. Cajun Firecracker. Not an optimum setup for Small Fortune. He was caught 4 wide in this 4-horse field with 3 furlongs remaining. Yodelehu on the inside, Win with Pride right up alongside. Cajun Firecracker working harder to stay with the top duo, and Small Fortune has been last throughout while wide through an opening half mile of 44-4. Yodelehu with that valuable inside position, especially given this race flow, cuts the corner and opens up. Win with Pride is back to second. Small Fortune and Cajun Firecracker are next with less than an eighth to go. LeBron working on Yodelehu, who is finishing up what he started. Yodelehu on the board at 3-1. He's the third choice, and he's an easy winner. Second is Win with Pride. Cajun Firecracker third. Small Fortune next in 1:16-1. And they're off. She's second in the two-path. Ground on her inside. Race. A quarter of a mile to go, and he's 6 on top. It's last of the 12 as they roll into the backstretch. And they're off. From the center, Express Pharaoh begins the best. Up on the outside, Sensation, splitting horses Unconquered Lee. Mystic Lancelot gets away in early fourth. Down inside goes Bless the Kitten, racing up between horses. And trying to improve his spot is Our Country. He's in a bit tight hunting racing room. Talking is second last, and the trailer is Cowtown. In the run to the first turn, 50-1 Bomber Sensation drops over to the rail from the high draw and leads a length and a quarter. Express Pharaoh is second. From between horses, Our Country now third. 3 wide while fourth is Unconquered Lee. Saving ground is Bless the Kitten. Back from there, it's Mystic Lancelot and Talking, and the early trailer is Cowtown. The field separated by 6 lengths in the run past an opening quarter of 23-3. It's Sensation on top, a length and a half. Express Pharaoh is there second. Up the inside, Bless the Kitten is now a joint third alongside Our Country. Then the team of Mystic Lancelot and Unconquered Lee. Talking is nearest the inside, and yet to play his hand, it's Cowtown, who's last of the lot with less than half a mile to the finish. 47-4 for the opening half mile. Sensation has the lead. Express Pharaoh moves to him while second. Bless the Kitten is now third. Unconquered Lee has not seen the inside fence on either turn, but he's up on the outside into third. From between horses, it's Our Country. Then it's Bless the Kitten. From the back, Mystic Lancelot. Talking is knifing between horses, and Cowtown either is not firing or is waiting awfully long to play his hand after 3 quarters and 1:11-1. On the outside, it's Unconquered Lee up to challenge Sensation. Express Pharaoh is next into the clear. Mystic Lancelot. Talking's got a shot if he can shake free. 1/8 of a mile to go. Unconquered Lee up on the outside of Sensation. Sensation is dead game. Sensation still in front. Sensation and Bravo almost home. How about a 50-1 shocker? It was Sensation. He went all the way. Second, Mystic Lancelot in 1:47 flat. And runners away. Clean and level beginning. Soon after the start, it was Zatakan who was sent hard by Reyes to try to get an advantage and work over from his high draw. Love Disc away in the top flight. Up on the outside goes Gun of Glory. He's into the vanguard and up into second. From between horses and Bella's Fella easing back is Queen's Plate Nolan. From between horses, Traffic Trouble has to tap on the brakes. Power is in keen down toward the inside. Also into the top flight of runners went Concilium. He's much closer than usual. He's in the red cap 3 wide while fourth. Out the back door early is 90 Days of Winter as they charge around the first turn. 24 seconds for the opening quarter. Atacan was committed to get to the top, and he leads over Gun of Glory in second, Love Discus third, Concilium fourth. Bella's Fella forced 4 wide around that first turn run as Power is down at the rail for Paco. Queen's Plate Nolan, that's the race favorite. He's in the white and red colors, about 4 or 5 lengths behind. It's Dream Master who drives through at the rail, and traffic troubles between horses. At the back of the field is 90 Days of Winter, just over half a mile from home. 49-1 for the opening half mile. Atacan still leads. On the outside, Bella's Fella is now making an aggressive move all the way up into third. Concilium losing his spot. When Bella's Fella moved, so did Queen's Plate Nolan. Power's going to try to hunt racing room. Traffic trouble, trying to angle to avoid that. Then it's Dream Master at the rail, and 90 Days of Winter is last. 3 quarters, 1:14-1 as they run to the top of the stretch. Atacan is under siege, but he's still in front. Gun of Glory is there second. Love Disc is next. Queen's Plate Nolan on the outside. Traffic trouble muscles into the clear now with 1/8 of a mile left to go. Atacan, he's 50-1 and he's still finding. Traffic trouble and Dream Master going to take late shots. They both have a chance to get Atacan. Atacan almost home. Dream Master lunging late. Dream Master and Atacan. Atacan held on. Atacan went gate to wire, and he's 50-1.
And that's a wrap on this Saturday afternoon. We close things down not only here at Gulfstream Park for this racing week, but in the month of May of 2020. Tomorrow afternoon on that May 31st program, forecast looks great. Big fields all day long. An 11-race Sunday car that gets underway at about 12:50 Eastern. We'll see you then.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired.